Hi, it's Ken Jacobs. Welcome back to Taking the Lead. And I'd like to discuss with you today something that's on all our minds. It's something we've been discussing with the leaders we interview on our video podcasts and will continue to do. And that's getting ready for the great return to the workplace, to the office. And I just want to share 4 points with you today. Number one, make sure you're using that together time well. Use it for things like creation and co-creation, collaboration, and especially reconnection, those moments we've all missed by the coffee machine, that people really are yearning for that live on-site human reconnection. So plan plenty of time for that. Now, I'm assuming you're going to be doing some kind of hybrid model where there still will be 1 or 2 days a week at home. And if that's the case, make sure you use the time in the office for the things that I mentioned and encourage people to use the time at home for their independent work. It only makes sense. Second of all, give your teams plenty of time to prepare for the return to the office. You may be yearning to come back, and that's understood, but also understand there have been some changed lifestyles. People have to deal with things like childcare. If you've got team members who have children, school drop-offs, things like that. And in addition, you may have some younger professionals or not so younger professionals who may have moved back with mom and dad, perhaps to the suburbs, and now have to rearrange their lives and come back to their urban centers and move back and all of that. And that takes a little bit of time. So give them some time for that. And that's part of empathy. And that's really the third point, is to dial up your empathy. It is possible that even though we're all excited to be back together again, that some of our teams still may have some concerns about this and safety at the office, and all of that. So be empathetic to them. Know that they won't necessarily share that concern in a group setting. And that's why the one-on-ones, either with the leaders to whom they report or with you, it's so important, because know that if they have any concerns whatsoever about being back at the office, especially from a health perspective, that's what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about the work. They're not thinking about communications. They're not thinking about PR and marketing and advertising. They're not thinking about the clients. They're focusing on their worry. So we use empathy to create dialogue, to figure out ways that we can relieve, some of that stress. And finally, think about your leadership. Many of your team members and the leaders who report to you, have been dealing with a lot of autonomy and independence and enjoying that autonomy and independence. And most of them, I would guess, have done very well and performed and reached their KPIs. So now that you're back to the office, don't revert to any old ways of micromanagement. Let them thrive with the autonomy and independence that circumstance has given them over these months, and continue to do it. It will allow them to be better performers and leaders, and it means you're leading from a more evolved state. So I hope you found that helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Till then, take care.